Good evening. Tonight I'm playing with the Sigma 60mm F2.8 ART Lens. I have it on my Sony A5100 and I'm shooting in my little studio here and getting an idea of what it looks like. The barrels on this lens are nice and smooth, which may or may not be a good thing if you're going to manually focus this lens. If you are, the smooth barrel may be a detriment. But if you're using it in autofocus mode, I'm sure it won't be a problem. As I say, it's on the Sony A5100. I'm shooting in XAVC-S mode. I always avoided Sigma lenses in the past due to back in the good old days of my film shooting, I always had read and heard horror stories that the Sigmas were not very sharp, they weren't very well made, and so back then I would listen to that advice and I stuck to Nikon lenses. Well, these days many people have told me that these new Sigmas are wonderful, so I'm trying one for myself. I had wanted an 85mm lens. This is a 60, but because of the crop value on the Sony A5100, this works out to about a 90. It's a 1.5 times crop, so 60, 1.5, 90mm field of view. It's close enough to 85. I had also thought about getting the Rokinon. The Rokinon is substantially more money, and if I'm not mistaken, it's still only an F2.8. Other things are, it seems to focus quite fast. It seems quite nice. I haven't really tested it all that much, and I'm not sure exactly how this lens focuses, but when it's not on the camera, you can hear a little sound of the elements moving back and forth, but once it's on the camera under power, you don't get that sound, which is nice. Other people have mentioned that as well. So all in all, I think it's a rather nice lens. It comes in a very nice pouch, which of course will protect it quite well. It also has a little hood, I guess, to keep lens flares down. I don't know. It's nice that they include it. A lot of manufacturers don't, which is a shame. You want to protect your lenses. If this lens performs as I believe it will, it probably will not be my last Sigma Prime. I believe they make a 19 and a 30 as well, and those will fit nicely as well. Although I have manual focus FD lenses that would cover those as well, so maybe I won't. It all depends on how things go with the channel, and perhaps Sigma will be nice enough to send me a few for review. Stranger things would have happened. And if you are an equipment manufacturer and would like to see your equipment on this channel, I will happily accept review versions of your equipment. And don't expect any shenanigans, though. I'm going to call it the way I see it. And as you may have noticed, I really don't tell people, buy this lens, buy this, buy this, buy this. I show you what it looks like in this controlled environment, and you can make up your own decision. So I'm sure this is plenty of footage for you to get an idea of what it looks like, if you think it'll look nice on your camera. And I believe this is only available for Sony E-mount and for Micro Four Thirds. I'm not actually sure, but I believe those are the only two mounts it's available in. It has a 46mm filter size, which is great because most of the Micro Four Thirds lenses I have also are 46mm filter size. So any accessories I have should work on this lens quite nicely as well. So that's about it. Have a great night. Bye for now. Onaki. Wahi.